Hi, I'm Daniel, founder of Pretty Litter. Did you know cats tend to hide symptoms of sickness and pain? I learned this the hard way after losing my cat, Gingy. So I created Pretty Litter, a health monitoring litter that helps detect early signs of illness by changing colors, saving you money and potentially your cat's life. Pretty Litter is veterinarian developed, and it's the easiest way to keep tabs on your fur baby's health right at home.
Go to prettylitter.com and use code SPOTIFY for 20% off your first order and a free cat toy. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
It's only a kick, a jump, a block. It's only a serve. It's only a tackle, a run. It's only for the fans. After all, it's only pressure. You got this. Adidas.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I'm just adjusting my microphone, so if you guys heard some noises and stuff, that's what that was. But anyways, I wanted to overall talk on, or do more so a gaming-related episode, because I feel that people are not taking the video game Grand Theft Auto 6 serious. That game hasn't even came out yet, but I know for a fact that when it does come out, a lot of games are going to fall under. Like, that's something that I feel that it needs to be stressed to the max. That if you do not get your stuff together with your game, I guarantee and I promise you, nobody is going to be playing it. That goes for the bigger developers, that goes for the smaller developers, that goes for everybody. Because, the thing is this, like, lately I have been looking for a lot of different games. I've been playing a lot of different games, and it's getting to a point where I'm like, fam, I know that you guys did not sign off on this, like this was the final product. Like, you got some games that don't have a proper save system. You got some games that don't want to have a single player option. You got some games where it's like, if they do have a multiplayer option, it's laggy, it's unplayable. You got it where people are cheating, hacking, modding, doing all this other different type of stuff. And I'm like, fam, you guys have to understand that that's not fun. A person is not trying to meet all these different inconveniences when playing a game. I'm just trying to play a game and have fun. You got some games out there where the one thing, like, so for an example, I just recently played this new bike racing game that just came out. And they have it set up in there where it's like, it's just a simulation. Like, because there's like them simcade racing games, and then there's them simulation racing games. And the simcade racing games, they gonna have that option where if you want to play an arcade game, you very well can play an arcade game. If you want to play a simulation, you can modify, well, not like in-game modify, not like modify it like you gotta go and download some crap. But no, like, you can modify the settings to where you want to make it a simulation and stuff. And I played this bike racing game, and it was just a flat out simulation. And I'm like, fam, do I have to have a whole bike rig in my room just so I can simulate like a bike racing game? Because if that's the case, that game ain't meant for me, and that's not meant for the public. That's what I'm saying. Like, there needs to be games where it's like, you need to have options for everybody, not just some people, not just for the people that just sit around and just play your guys' game. And it's like, the thing is this, talking to your average gamer, because you could go and look up people on Twitch, you could look up people on YouTube, you could look up people any and everywhere. I guarantee and I promise you, every gamer in the world got more than one game in their library. Maybe if they just started off today, maybe they might just have one game in their library. But I guarantee and I promise you, somebody that has been playing video games for a while got more than one game. So that's why it really confuses me where developers, it seems like they only make their games designed for people that sit around and play their game. And I'm like, fam, that is not everybody. Everybody doesn't sit around and play your guys' game. What part of that do you not understand? Like, I feel that I have to be disrespectful. I feel like I have to say some harsh things and be a little harsh in this episode and just overall be blunt, because I feel like it's not clicking with developers. You guys are not making good games. It trips me out that a game where I did not see myself playing it as much as I did, but talking on the video game Supermarket Simulator. Now, if you guys know me, like if you listen to my podcast on the regular and you know know, how stressful that cafe job I had at one point in time was. Fam, I feel like even if you listen to podcast episodes when I was working at that place versus now, you guys know that place was stressful. Based off of what I was talking about with that place, I'm saying serving 500 plus customers a day. And some days, you know, having it where it was just me and my friend Jack, that we were the only cashiers there. Like, I'm telling you, this job was stressful. Why am I playing a simulator of what I was doing? Fam, I'm playing Supermarket Simulator every day. Every day. And that's a game where it's like, you don't really have to have a skill level to play that game. Like, I feel like you could be at any age and play that game. That's a video game that is rated E for everybody. But I feel like it's like games nowadays, it's like rated E or rated S. It's rated for somebody, but it ain't rated for everybody. And I'm like, fam, that to me, I'm like, no, that's not fun. That's not what gaming should be. Gaming should not be a game where it's just only meant for that audience. A game should be meant for all audiences. My thing is this. Let's say I'm making a racing game, right? I'm going to make a racing game where it's meant for everybody. You like slow cars? Cool, bet. We got slow cars. You like fast cars? Cool, bet. We going to add fast cars. You like, simple racing? Okay, bet. We going to add drag racing. You like long, extensive racing? Okay, bet. We're going to add the biggest track that we can possibly think of. Make it where you do 500, yeah, like some Indy 500 stuff. I'm going to have it where you're sitting around doing 500 laps. If you want to sit down and do that, you very well can. But let's say you might have to go to the bathroom. So guess what? That's why we're going to have an offline mode. If you want to pause the game, come back to it later, you very well can do that. I'll even have it where it'll be on some stuff, because I feel like that's something that you don't see in racing games, where you can exit out the game, come back on the lap, and then it'll just kind of like slow down, leaves you off in the place that you're in. But then, yeah, you could turn your Xbox, PlayStation, PC off, come back to it the next day. It leaves you off right where you were at. I'm saying I am going to make a game for everybody. And here's the thing. If I can't capture everybody's opinion on or overall what they want for the game, that's why I am going to do demo testing, beta testing. Not going to be charging people at that too, because I feel like nowadays, if you want to get into our game, you're going to have to buy the early access. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. No, bruh. No. That's why a lot of games, I feel like when you see some games, like there's this one game called, I think it's like Gray Zone Warfare. Hold on for Gray Zone. Yeah, Gray Zone Warfare. They hyped this game up. This game comes out. This is the most laggiest game that I played. Why do they not have an offline option? I'm saying my thing is this. Yes, it's like an extraction shooter. Yes, they have like that PvP or online. But I'm like, fam, the game don't work online. Why do you guys not have an offline option? That type of stuff just don't make no sense to me. You know that the game is going to have messed up servers when it comes out. So why not just have an offline option? Then for those that do want to play, because my thing is this. I don't care if I'm playing the game online or offline. Can I just have it? But even besides that, they even have it where you're shooting at enemies. And I don't know if that had anything to do with me playing online. But I feel like it might have something to do with me playing it online. And I should talk on that and do its own little separate episode. I might even do a video. I think I might end up doing a video. But anyways, you're shooting at people, and it's doing absolutely nothing. Now, my thing is this. When you're coming out with a video game, what's one thing that you usually do? If you're coming out with a video game that's based off of something, what's something that you usually do? Like, if I make a war video game, if I'm making a video game about World War II, I should do some research about World War II, right? I'm not just going to come out with a game and just wing it on what World War II was about, because then people going to be looking at me like I'm crazy. They're going to be all like, this never happened. They never, Germany and the U.S., like Nazis and soldiers, they never had no breakdancing competition. What is this? This is stupid. Or people are going, yeah, look at it as a joke. But they're not. If I'm wanting people to take my game serious, then I have to be serious about this game. I can't be adding no dumb stuff in there. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, you guys, people, you need to come out with a demo. You need to come out with some sort of beta testing. You need to come out with something so where we can play this game before we end up putting in our credit card information, buying this game, sitting down, waiting. We play it and we don't even like it. So that's why I'm like, nah, man, I'm telling you, and it's something where I'm like, I feel like you got games like that, and then you got some other games. I played this other racing game called Le Mans Ultimate, and the game crashed, and I'm thinking to myself like, fam, how do you? That my thing is this: talking to the developers of each and of these games. I think the bike racing game is called MotoGP, Gray Zone Warfare, and Le Mans, whatever it's called, Le Mans Ultimate, right? How would you guys like if you was playing a game where when you're racing on the bike, you're constantly falling off the bike? And it's my thing is this, and if you're new to the game, if this is a game that you're not regularly playing, wouldn't you like to have it where the game kind of caters to you as an audience member that just paid money to play this game? Or if you're playing Gray Zone Warfare, talking to the developers of that game, you're playing a game, you're shooting at an enemy, they're doing absolutely nothing, then you're having to deal with this lag on top of that. Do you see yourself continuously playing that game? Or if you're playing Le Mans Ultimate, talking to those developers, would you like to play a game that crashes on you and you're halfway, not even halfway, the race hasn't even started yet, and the game just randomly crashes? I honestly feel like developers, they sit down, they release this stuff, and they're okay with it. And I'm like, fam, there is nothing, or even the one Sims game that I was just recently playing, the game that I was talking about yesterday, the Denizen game, and the game ain't got no proper save option. What's up with video games, man? What's up with video games? Why is it that I'm playing video games that came out like 10, 20 years ago and having more fun with that versus a video game that just came out? I'm talking on games that just came out. And you mean to tell me that there are issues with these games that just came out? Meanwhile, there's a game that I can play this game off of an Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and with the PlayStation 3, I'm playing PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games. And you mean to tell me games that came out back then where technology was not top tier shape, but you mean to tell me games back then are more funner with games today where there is so much technology in so many different ways of making a game fun? Does that make any sense? Like, honestly though, like, does that really make any sense? I'm telling you right now, because the thing is this: Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, one of two things is gonna happen. This game is going to probably be the biggest game in the world, and you're going to have all these different people that don't really play Grand Theft Auto like that. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out. That game, I'm telling you, and there's going to probably be all these other different types of games that's going to be trying to come out next year. No, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game next year. I don't care what Call of Duty game comes out. I don't care what other video games come out. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the greatest, the best game to come out next year. But one of two things is going to happen with that. It's going to probably be the most popular game to come out next year. I'm not going to say the best, because one of two things is going to happen when this game releases. One, this game's going to come out. People that you see playing, let's just see some of the top games real quick on Twitch. So, hold on. So, people that are playing Fortnite, Apex Legends, maybe even Supermarket Simulator, Tekken 8, Resident Evil 2, Helldivers 2, Valorant, Minecraft, and Grand Theft Auto 5. But all the people that are playing those games, it might not be everybody, but there's going to be some people from all audiences, including the audience that has been waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out. They're going to be playing this game. And if they execute this game perfectly, I mean, like, they have like a proper offline mode. They have like everything, because that was something that I was talking about, was that I do believe that when this game does come out, they're most likely going to release the story mode and then multiplayer later, which I don't mind. I'm like, as long as the game is fun and all that stuff. But if it's on some old silly stuff where it's like it's not fun and the game's crashing and all this other, no. My thing is this: what would be perfect if they released all that stuff all at once. So it's like, okay, I can play story mode, I can play multiplayer, like if they just did it that way and things. But knowing Grand Theft Auto, knowing Rockstar Games, they're most like, they didn't do that with 5. I know they're not going to do it with 6. So, but I would like to think that when the game does come out, It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot of different things to do in the game. And then when multiplayer, whenever that a week or whenever that game or whenever multiplayer decides to come out, hopefully they don't do no shady stuff where they're like, oh, you got on top of paying $69.99 for the single player for the story mode, now you got paying additional. If they do some old silly stuff like that, then the second thing that's that might end up happening with this game is that this game is going to crash. This not so much as like crash like it's gonna crash and people ain't gonna be able to play it. No, it's gonna crash like meaning people are not gonna want to play it. Because if they do some old shady stuff where we're having to give out more money than what we should be giving out, because this game should only be $69.99. Nothing more, nothing less. $69.99. I'm hearing people talking about, oh, the game's gonna probably be $80-something. Oh, this game's gonna probably be $100-something. No. There is no way possible you're going to charge when there's indie developers that will come out with a well put together game for far less than that, and Rockstar is going to charge 80 to 100, however much money for a game, and it's a standard edition. My thing is this: if I pay anything more than $69.99 for that game, everything else better be free, meaning DLCs. And I don't want no old crappy DLCs like how they did with 5. No, I want like Grand Theft Auto 4 DLCs, Ballad of Gay Tony DLCs, The Lost in the Dam DLCs. I want stuff like that. I want a whole new game. More maps, more weapons, more missions, just a bunch of different things to do online. My thing is this: yeah, if they gonna be making that game more than what the price that they're at, that it should cost, then they better be adding some stuff in that game for free. Because if not, I'm telling you right now, that game is going to crash, burn, fall to the ground. Nobody's not gonna be playing it like how they should. They might play it like that first week when it comes out, but I'm telling you right now, if that game comes out and some old silly stuff happens with it, that's pretty much the end of gaming. I'm like, there's nothing more that we can rely on. I feel like Grand Theft Auto 5 is our last hope. Grand Theft Auto 6 is our last hope. And I'm telling you right now, there's gonna probably be developers all across the world where they're like, oh, I gotta come out with the best game. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Look, bruh. And then there might be, another game where it's like, if it does good, then yeah, we all know that the motivation for that game being good was because of Grand Theft Auto 6. But if anything else comes out and it's not good, then that's, to me, that's the end of gaming. That's why I'm all like, I might have to hang it up. I might have to give it up and be like, nope, I'm done. Because I'm telling you, gaming is just at a point in time in this place where I'm all like, bro, I think gaming done seen its days. Like, it ain't even, I'm telling you, man, gaming right now, there's some games that's good, but then there's other games where I'm like, no, that's not good, bruh. That ain't good at all. I don't know what you guys thought that you were trying to do with that, but that's not worth playing in my opinion, all right? So, but anyway, so yes, developers, y'all gonna have to really start working on your guys' games. Because if not, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be some games out there where it's like, well, we're going to have to say goodbye because we don't know what we trying to do with our games and stuff. So I'm saying, listen to your audience, not to the audience that's funding you guys, the audience that's been playing your guys' games for years. So I'm saying, even if your guys' game just recently came out, the audience that is sitting down supporting your game and want the best for your game, listen to them. Don't just be on some old stuff where like, oh, we only gonna listen to the people that's putting money in our pocket. If that's the case, say goodbye to everybody, all right? So, but anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.